Hello and welcome. It is April 15th of 1969, and the Cubs are going to finish up this homestand with the final game of two against the Pittsburgh Pirates. The first game was dropped in a 4-3 decision as the Pirates came back to score the winning run in the top of the ninth inning. The Cubs are certainly hoping that today's game turns out a little better, as the Cubs are sending lefty Ken Holtzman out to the mound, making his second start of the year. He is 0-1 with a 12.46 ERA. Got roughed up a little bit his first time out, but certainly looking to rebound here in start number two. The Cubs lineup will include Kessinger, Williams, Santo, Hickman, Banks, Beckert, Hundley, Phillips, and the pitcher, Holtzman, batting ninth. The Pirates lineup will include pitcher Jim Bunning, who is making his second start of the year. He did not get a decision, but allowed no earned runs in his first time out. And he will be supported by a lineup of Taylor, Stargell, Clemente, Lopez, Hebner, Sanguillen, Civil, Mazeroski, and Bunning batting ninth. It is 52 degrees today, the warmest game we've had so far on this homestand. Wind is blowing right to left at 11 mph. And it is time to start this ball game. Holtzman heads out to the mound, making his warm-up pitches, facing off against Taylor for the Pirates. The first place Pirates come in at 5-2 in the brand new National League East, while the Cubs coming in at 2-5. It is a one-strike count. Holtzman looking for the sign from Hundley. And here's the pitch. Grounder towards second. Beckert has it. Throws over to Banks, and that is out number one. Stargell now the batter. One out, nobody on. 1-2 count from Holtzman. Swing and a miss for strike three. And Holtzman strikes him out on a big curve, bringing up Roberto Clemente with 2 outs and nobody on. Here's a one-strike count. And the pitch to Clemente. Popped up on the left side. Santo coming in on the foul line, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So Holtzman sets it down in order in the first. We're going to the bottom of the first inning of a 0-0 ball game. Kessinger leading off for the Cubs against Jim Bunning. Here's the first pitch from Bunning. And grounded to second, picked up and thrown over to first. That is out number 1. Billy Williams now the batter with a 1-ball count. Bunning working as he toes the rubber. And Williams loops that one into left field. Is that going to drop in for a base hit? No, it is caught in short left field by Taylor. He ran a long way, but he did make the catch for out number 2. Santo now the batter with a full count and the payoff pitch. That is way outside. That was a curve that missed badly, and that is ball 4. So Santo heads down to first, bringing up Hickman with 2 outs, 1 man on, and a full count. Hickman waiting for the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That was a slider that was inside, and Hickman could not lay off of it. So, Cubs strand 1. We go to the top of the second of a scoreless ball game. Holtzman working against Lopez. Top of the second inning. Holtzman with the pitch. Lined right field, going back to the wall. That's going to one-hop to the wall as Hickman is chasing it down. Rounding second and heading for third, Lopez is going to slide in with a triple. So a lead-off extra base hit for the Pirates in the top of the second inning. And now Holtzman is going to have to navigate the next batter with a runner 90 feet away. Hebner is the next batter. He is playing third base for the Pirates today. Coming up with nobody out, runner on third, and a 1-ball count from Holtzman. And here's the pitch. Lined into center field, that's going to drive in the run. Phillips plays it on a hop. RBI single for Hebner, and the Pirates have a 1-0 lead. Manny Sanguillen is the next batter. Nobody out, runner on first. And here's the first pitch from Holtzman, lined into center field for another base hit. That one was just beyond the reach of an outstretched arm of Kessinger. The runner tries for third. He slides. Phillips' throw goes to third, but that is going to be, he is going to be safe going from first to third on that single. So Sanguillen has a base hit, and Civil is the next batter. With nobody out, runners on the corners, Pirates already ahead 1-0. Holtzman working with a 1-1 count. Popped up, deep right field. Going back is Hickman on the warning track. Oh, and he drops it. He drops it. So the runners are all going to be safe. Sanguillen is going to go to third. Hebner scores. Civil is safe at second because he was hustling around the bases. And now Mazeroski is going to bat. So it's 2-0 Pirates now. There's runners on second and third with nobody out. Here's a full count pitch. Holtzman working. Popped up to center field. Going back. Phillips on the warning track. And he makes this catch for out number 1. The runners are going to both tag up and advance as the Pirates score their third run of the inning. And now the pitcher Bunning is going to come up to bat. He's going to face Civil. He's going to face Holtzman with Civil on third and 1 out. Bunning waiting for the 1-2 pitch, and he swings and misses for strike 3. Chased one that was way outside. That's the second walk of the inning. Second strikeout for Holtzman. And now Taylor will be the batter with 2 outs and a runner on third. Here's a full count pitch to Taylor. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. So Holtzman gets out of the inning. 3 runs score. We go to the bottom of the second of a 3-0 Pirate lead. Ernie Banks is going to lead off for the Cubs. He got 2 hits in yesterday's game. He's going to face Bunning with a 1-1 count and the pitch. Popped up to right, deep, but looks playable on the warning track. And that's a fly ball out for number 1. Clemente making the catch, bringing up Glenn Beckert. 1-1 count, Bunning towing the rubber. Here's the pitch to Glenn Beckert. Liner into center field, that'll be a base hit. That's a gapper going all the way to the wall. So extra bases for Glenn Beckert as he slides into second with a double. So with 1 out, the Cubs trying to get a rally going here in the bottom of the second inning. And this will bring up Randy Hundley. 1 out, 1 man on. Hundley facing Bunning with a 2-0 count. Popped up, deep right field, going back again to the wall is Clemente, and he makes the catch for out number 2. The runner Beckert is going to tag up and advance to third as Clemente's throw is late, and it brings up Adolfo Phillips. Cubs trying to break through with their first run of this ball game. The runner is 90 feet away. Phillips is the batter. 2 outs. Bottom of the second inning. Here's a 1-2 count. And strike 3 is called. Phillips is sent back to the dugout, and the inning is over. So the Cubs strand a runner. We go to the top of the third of a 3-0 ball game. Holtzman is facing Stargell to lead off the Pirates' half of the third. Here's the first pitch from Holtzman. Popped up. Right center field. Hickman going over. Calls off Phillips, and this time he makes the catch for out number 1. Clemente now the batter with 1 out and nobody on. Here's a 1-strike count and the pitch to Roberto Clemente. The grounder goes to third. To short, Kessinger has it. He throws over to first as he cut in front of Santo and made that play for out number 2. Lopez now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Holtzman facing Lopez with a 1-2 count. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So that's a fastball, and he sets him down swinging. We go to the bottom of the third inning. It is a 3-0 Pittsburgh lead. The pitcher Holtzman is going to lead off for the Cubs against Bunning here in the bottom of the third. Here's the first pitch from Bunning, and Holtzman lifts it to left center field. Going back, it's deep, but short of the warning track. The center fielder makes the catch for out number 1. Kessinger now batting with 1 out and nobody on. Facing Bunning with a full count. And that is a check swing, and he is awarded first base. That is ball 4. It was up and in. The only question was, did he check his swing in time? And he did. So Billy Williams now batting with 1 out and 1 man on. Here's a 2-1 count to Billy Williams, and he pops this one up. Straightaway center field. Coming in is Civil, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Santo now the batter with 2 outs and a runner on first. Here's a 2-1 pitch to Ron Santo, and he grounds it to short. Picked up, thrown across the diamond for out number 3. The Cubs strand another base runner. We're going to the top of the fourth of a 3-0 ball game. Holtzman coming back out to face Hebner here in the top of the fourth. Holtzman working with a 1-2 count and the pitch. Liner into center field. That'll be the Pirates' fourth hit of the ball game. A leadoff single, and Hebner standing on first, bringing up Manny Sanguillen. Nobody out. One man on. First pitch from Holtzman. Grounder toward third. Santo picks it up, throws to second. No relay, however, to first as the double play is broken up. And that'll be a fielder's choice. The runner will be safe on first, and Civil will be the next batter. One out, one man on. 2-2 count. Holtzman working with the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike three. Got him with the fastball. It was up and away. Strikeout number 5 on the day for Ken Holtzman. And that'll bring up Bill Mazeroski. 2 outs, one man on. First pitch to Bill Mazeroski. Grounder towards short. Kessinger has it. Flips over to Beckert at second, and that will end the inning. So the Pirates strand a runner. They do not score. We are going to the bottom of the fourth inning of a 3-0 ball game. Hickman will face Bunning to lead off the Cubs half of the fourth. Here is the first pitch from Bunning. Hit hard, deep left center field. That is going all the way to the bleachers. Jim Hickman has hit a home run 435 feet all the way out onto the street behind left center field. It is now 3-1 Pittsburgh as the Cubs have gotten their first run of the game, and Hickman has his first home run of the season. Ernie Banks now the batter, coming up 0 for 1 today, facing Jim Bunning with a 1-ball count. Banks waiting for the pitch. Popped up in foul territory. The catcher Sanguillen heading over. He is going to be in front of the dugout, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Glenn Beckert now the batter with 1 out, nobody on, and a full count pitch to Glenn Beckert. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That was a big bender of a curve, and Beckert swung right over it. Randy Hundley now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. Bunning working with a 2-2 count, and here's the pitch. Liner into left field. That's going to be a base hit for Randy Hundley. He is going to stop at first with a single. And that base runner will bring up Adolfo Phillips with 2 outs, 1 man on. Bunning working with a 2-0 count. And Phillips lines that one down the left field line. This is going to be extra bases. Randy Hundley rounding second, heading for third. Is he going to try to score? He rounds third. He is heading home. The throw goes to third. But Phillips slides in safely with an RBI triple. The score is now 3-2 as Randy Hundley circles the bases to score all the way from first. So a 2-out RBI triple by Adolfo Phillips brings up Ken Holtzman. Holtzman batting now with the tying run 90 feet away. 2-ball count. Holtzman waiting for the pitch from Bunning. And he lines that one into left field. That is going to drop in for another base hit. And this game is tied. Ken Holtzman has the RBI single in the bottom of the fourth to make this a 3-3 ball game. Kessinger now batting. He comes up against Bunning. 2 outs. Runner on first. Cubs just tied this game up at 3. And here's the first pitch to Don Kessinger. Grounder up the middle. The pitcher has it. Bunning flips over to Stargell at first, and that will end the inning. However, the Cubs score 3 times, and we go to the top of the 5th inning of a 3-3 tie. Bunning is going to lead off now against Holtzman as these two literally just reverse positions from the previous at-bat. Bunning waiting for the first pitch from Holtzman. And that's lined into left field. Billy Williams chasing, and he makes the running catch for out number 1. Taylor now batting, 1 out, nobody on. Holtzman facing Taylor with a 2-2 count, and the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That is strikeout number 6 on the day for Ken Holtzman, and it brings up Willie Stargell. 2 outs, nobody on. Holtzman working with a ground ball. Start off the bat of Stargell. The throw goes over to first, and that will end the inning. So the Pirates retired in order in the 5th. We're going to the bottom of the 5th inning of a 3-all tie. Billy Williams leading off for the Cubs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1 strike count, Bunning with the pitch. Popped up, left center field. Going over to make the catch is the left fielder Taylor, and he puts it away for out number 1. Santo now batting. He's over 1 today. Facing Bunning with a 2-2 count, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Santo chased one outside the zone, and it brings up Jim Hickman. He is 1 for 2 with a solo home run earlier in this game. Hickman facing Bunning with a 2-2 count, and Bunning with the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Hickman is retired, and the inning is over. We're going to the top of the 6th, still tied up at 3. Clemente will lead off against Holtzman here in the top of the 6th inning. Here's a full count pitch from Ken Holtzman. And Clemente waiting. That is way inside for ball 4. Clemente was diving out of the way of that one. And now Lopez is the batter. The leadoff runner is on first. Holtzman facing Lopez with a 3-0 count. And that is high and away for ball 4. So Holtzman walks him on 4 straight. And that is 2 consecutive walks issued. That is going to rouse activity in the Cub bullpen. And we're going to see that the relief pitcher of choice is going to be Joe Decker. As the manager is going to walk out and visit the mound, Holtzman says he feels great, but his performance would seem to indicate otherwise. So Holtzman facing Hebner. Now with nobody out, runners on first and second. Cubs trying to preserve the tie here in the top of the 6th inning. Here's a 2-2 count and the pitch. Grounder toward short. Kessinger to Beckert. But there is no relay. The double play is broken up at second base once again. Clemente advances to third. Hebner safe on first. There are now runners on the corners with 1 out, and Manny Sanguillen is the next batter. He is 1 for 2 today. Facing Holtzman with a 1-2 count. And Holtzman gets the fastball up with a swing and a miss for strike 3. So that is strikeout number 7 on the day for Holtzman. And it'll bring up Civil. With 2 outs, runners on the corners. Holtzman trying to work his way out of this jam in the top of the 6th inning. Civil waiting for the first pitch from Holtzman. And that gets away. It bounces all the way to the backstop. A wild pitch is going to allow the runner to score from third as Clemente comes home, and the Pirates have retaken the lead at 4-3. So Holtzman throws ball 1, and it bounces all the way to the backstop. A wild pitch allows the run to score. Civil now the batter. Hebner advancing to second on that wild pitch. Here it comes. Lined into center field. Phillips coming in. He makes the catch, and that is out number 3. However, the Pirates do score a run. We're going to the bottom of the 6th of a 4-3 Pirate lead. Ernie Banks is going to lead off for the Cubs here in the bottom of the 6th inning against Jim Bunning. Decker is going to sit down. And he is going to probably still come in to relieve in the top of the 7th, but we don't want to make him too tired. Here's a full count pitch to Ernie Banks. That is inside. That is ball 4. And now in the bottom of the 6th inning, I believe that we are going to see a pinch runner for Ernie Banks. So the pinch runner is actually going to be the shortstop Metzger. So he will come in to pinch run for Banks, representing the tying run here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Glenn Beckert is going to now face Bunning with nobody out, runner on first. Bunning working, 0-2 count to Beckert. And here's the pitch. Liner into left field. That's going to be a base hit. A nice 2-out single as Beckert just stayed with that slider and knocked it out into left for a single. So now we have first and second with nobody out. Randy Hundley is the next batter. And the Cubs looking to rally here in the bottom of the 6th inning. There's a 1-1 count to Randy Hundley. And that's popped up left center field. Going over is the center fielder Civil on the warning track. He makes the catch, and that is out number 1. So Adolfo Phillips now is the batter. He hit a triple his last time up and drove in a run. Phillips facing Bunning with 1 out, 2 men on. Here is the 1-2 pitch to Adolfo Phillips. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So he is set down on a pitch that was in the dirt. And that will bring up the pitcher Holtzman. So this is where we make sure that Joe Decker is ready to come in. And we're going to bring out the pinch hitter, which is going to be the lefty Willie Smith, with 2 outs and the tying run on second base. Smith facing Bunning. Smith is 0 for 6 on the season. Here's the first pitch to Willie Smith. Popped up, right field. Heading over is Clemente. He makes the catch, and that is out number 3. So the Cubs do not score. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning of a 4-3 ball game. And now we're going to see the pitcher Decker. So Smith is going to stay in and play first base. The pitcher Decker is going to come into the number 5 spot as the batter. And he will be here to face Mazeroski, Bunning, and then the top of the Pirates order in the top of the 7th inning. Decker working, 2-2 count. Facing Mazeroski. Here's the pitch. Lined into right field. That's going to be a base hit as Hickman plays it on the hop. Gets it back into the cutoff man, and that's a single for Mazeroski to lead off the top of the 7th inning. Bunning now the batter. Probably looking for a bunt here. Here's the first pitch to Bunning, and he lays down the bunt. Comes right back to the mound. The throw goes to second, and they get the lead runner. Decker, with a very heads-up play, fires that ball down to second base and nails the lead runner. So the sacrifice is ineffective. There's 1 out now. Bunning on first, and Taylor is the batter. 1 ball count. Decker with the pitch. Grounded toward first. Oh, Willie Smith has it, but he loses it. He lost it on the transfer. He's charged with an error. So Bunning goes down to second. Taylor is safe at first, and it brings up Willie Stargell with 1 out, 2 men on. Here's a 1-2 pitch from Decker. Strike 3 called, the curve, and Decker gets him looking. So Stargell heads back to the dugout. It brings up Clemente. 2 outs, 2 men on. Pirates up by 1 here in the top of the 7th inning. Decker working with an 0-2 count, and here's the pitch. Strike 3 called, and that was another curve. So Decker's curve worked well enough to get him 2 strikeouts and end the inning, which removes the Pirate threat. 2 runners were stranded. We're going to the bottom of the 7th of a 4-3 ball game. Kessinger, leading off for the Cubs, here in the bottom of the 7th inning. He is going to face Bunning for the 3rd time today. 0 for 2 so far. Full count. Kessinger waiting for the pitch. Popped up on the infield. The third baseman in foul territory is going to make the catch for out number 1. Billy Williams now batting. 1 out, nobody on. Here's a full count pitch to Billy Williams. And that is low. It is ball 4 as Williams draws the walk. So the tying run is on base, and Ron Santo is the next batter with 1 out. Runner on first. 2-0 count to Ron Santo, and he grounds that one up the middle. Diving Mazeroski makes the play. His only throw, though, that he can make is over to first, so Santo's retired. Williams advances to second, and now Hickman is the batter. 1 for 3 with a home run today. Facing Bunning with 2 outs in the tying run in scoring position. Here's a full count pitch to Hickman. And that is high. It is ball 4. So Hickman draws the walk. 5th walk issued by Bunning on the day, and it brings up Decker. So now the Cubs are going to have to warm up another reliever. It's going to be the closer, Regan. He's going to be warmed up and brought in to preserve the tie in the top of the 8th inning. And a pinch hitter will be sent up, as we're going to see Burnett, I believe. Yes, Burnett is going to pinch hit for the pitcher's spot with the tying run on second, the go-ahead run on first. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Burnett is 0 for 3 on the season. Here's an 0-2 count, and Bunning with the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And so Bunning gets the strikeout, strands 2 base runners. We're going to the top of the 8th of a 4-3 ball game. So Regan is going to come into the pitcher spot. He's going to slot right back into the number 5 spot. And we're going to see him face Lopez, Hebner, and Sanguillen here in the Pirates half of the 8th inning. So Regan working with a 1-strike count, facing Lopez. Here's the pitch. Lined into center field. Is that going to get down? Yeah, Phillips is going to play that on a hop. It'll be a leadoff single for Lopez. And Hebner now the batter. Nobody out. Runner on first. Here's a 2-2 count to Hebner. Lined into center field. This one's going to make it to Adolfo Phillips. Hit it quite a bit harder. Phillips makes the running catch for out number 1. Sanguillen now batting. 1 out, 1 man on. Here's an 0-2 count and the pitch to Sanguillen. That's lined into right field. That'll be another base hit. So with an 0-2 pitch, but the runner's going to try to advance to third. So Hickman makes the throw to Santo, and Lopez is thrown out attempting to advance from first to third. So a base running error there by the Pirates costs them an out. And now Civil is the batter. Runner on first, 2 outs. And Regan working the first pitch to Civil. Grounder towards short. Kessinger has it. Throws over to second, and that'll retire the side. So the inning might have ended on a double play anyway, but the Pirates strand a runner. They do not score. We're going to the bottom of the 8th of a 4-3 ball game. Glenn Beckert is going to face Dal Canton here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Beckert is 2 for 3 today. He's facing Canton with a 1-2 count and waiting for the pitch. Canton looking for the sign. Here it comes. Grounder back to the mound. Canton has it. Throws over to first, and that is out number 1. Hundley now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Here's a 2-2 count and the pitch to Randy Hundley. Grounder back up the middle. The pitcher has it again. Fires over to first, and Canton and Starge will have that play down pat. So Adolfo Phillips is going to be the next batter. 2 outs, nobody on. Full count pitch to Adolfo Phillips. Here it comes. That is low. It is ball 4. So Phillips draws the walk with 2 outs, and it brings up Willie Smith. He is 0 for 1. He pinch hit for the pitcher spot earlier in this game and then stayed in as a defensive replacement for Ernie Banks. So, Willie Smith facing Dal Canton with a 1-ball count, and here's the pitch. Grounder up the middle. The second baseman Mazeroski has it, throws over to first, and that will end the inning. So the Cubs strand a runner. They do not score. We're going to the top of the 9th of a 4-3 ball game. Regan will face Mazeroski here in the top of the 9th inning. Here's a 2-2 count and the pitch from Regan. Popped up to right field. Hickman heading over. He is going to make the catch, and that is out number 1. Fitzmaurice is the new Pirate center fielder. He is going to face Regan with 1 out, nobody on base. Here's a 1-2 count, and the pitch from Regan popped up to left. That is going to be playable for Billy Williams as he heads to his right and makes the catch for out number 2. Taylor now is the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. Taylor facing Regan with an 0-2 count, and that's lined into left field. Williams coming in fast, and he plays it on the hop. So a 2-out single for Taylor, and that will bring up Stargell. So 2 outs, 1 man on. I believe that's going to have to bring a reliever to be roused and warming up in the bullpen. Aguirre is going to start warming up. We're going to visit the mound. Obviously, it's your call, but I can still pitch, is what Regan says. He's going to be allowed to face Stargell, and we'll see. Hopefully, he gets out of this inning without any more runs scored. Here's a 2-2 count, and Regan with the pitch to Stargell. Here it comes. Strike 3 called. Got him with the slider, and he dropped that one right in over the outside corner. So, the Pirates strand a runner. We're going to the bottom of the 9th of a 4-3 ball game. And now Dal Canton is going to face Kessinger in the Cubs half of the 9th inning. So, Kessinger, Williams, Santo, and Hickman due up in this inning. Cubs need 1 to tie and 2 to win. Here's a 2-0 count, and Kessinger waiting for the pitch. And he lines that one into right field. That's going to be leadoff single for Don Kessinger. So Runner on first with nobody out, and it brings up Billy Williams. Williams batting against Dal Canton. He is 0 for 3 today, and he is looking to keep this inning alive for the Cubs. Here's a 3-1 count, and Williams grounds it to second. The throw goes to second, the relay to first, and that is a 4-6-3 double play, and that looked high. It looked like Williams might have chased one outside the zone there. So now Ron Santo comes up with 2 outs and nobody on. Santo facing Dal Canton here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Here's a 2-2 count, and Santo waiting for the pitch. And he swings and misses at the knuckleball for strike 3. So this game is over. The Pirates defeat the Cubs 4-3. The Pirates get 4 runs on 8 hits with no errors. The Cubs get 3 runs on 7 hits with 2 errors. The player of the game is the Pirates' Jim Bunning. He went 7 innings, allowed 6 hits, 3 runs, walked 5, and struck out 7. He goes to 1-0. The Cubs' Ken Holtzman cut his ERA in half in this game. He went 6 innings, allowed 4 hits, 4 runs, only 2 of which were earned, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts in the game. So, the Cubs dropped to 2-6, while the Pirates improved to 6-2. And thank you for watching Cubs baseball.